just names of people who do not appear before any disciplinary committee. So it means you don't have confidence in this committee. Two, you are undermining our intelligence. No, thank you very much, Chair. No, Chair, we just want to make a clear statement that if the NDPP continues to refuse to reveal a name, it means she is not cooperating to an investigation. Because here we're not doing oversight. This is not a justice committee being chaired by Honorable Ngola, where you give annual reports. We're doing an investigation, and names have been tabled before this committee. Names of people who have not even been charged. Just names of people who do not appear before any disciplinary committee. So it means you don't have confidence in this committee. Two, you are undermining our intelligence. What adverse impact is it going to have if you tell us that a person is so and so? There will be no adverse impact other than an impact that is imaginary. We are just imagining that there will be an adverse impact if you mention names. How? So we are going to understand you to be refusing to cooperate with this committee if you refuse to give us names. Yeah, we are investigating, so you can't tell us how we should investigate. We can't be told by you. We have terms of reference. We know what we are doing here. So don't undermine our intelligence. Chair, I'm in support of what Honorable Skosana is saying, that the name must be revealed to help our investigation, to pursue our investigation, because that name might be relevant for us to take a certain posture with regards to this investigation. So you are refusing to give more insight about issues which are affecting our justice system if you refuse to give us a name. And we are not just asking from an ordinary person. You are the NDPP with a statutory responsibility to oversee the running of the NPA. And you come here and refuse to give us names as if it's a choice. It's not a choice. We're investigating you. We're investigating the allegations, I mean. And if we say give us names, unless you are telling us that you are refusing, then we're going to note it as such. We're going to write it down that you are not cooperating with this investigation.
Chair, indeed, advocate is required to give us names. It is true. However, it is not true that names has been given in this committee. We still don't know the names of 3 out of the big 5. Why? Because the witness stated that it is under investigation and the names will be revealed, and it can be revealed in camera. It can be revealed in a closed session. So we must be honest about this, that it is true that advocate must give us the names. But the question is not must you give us the names or not. You must give us the names or name. But the question is how? Which platform? What is the requirement for you to give it in closed session? If we go by what has happened in the past in this committee, the statement was, I cannot reveal in public the names of the other 3 of the big 5, even though the committee wants to know, and that's what we are investigating. It's because it's still under investigation. You testified, advocate, that the person you are referring to is suspended, but the suspension is not connected to the allegations that you are referring to. In other words, whatever you are referring to is still under investigation. And it is for that reason that you don't want to publicly reveal the name. if I understand you correctly. This then satisfies the same requirements that was put forward before. Where I will disagree with you, advocate, is if we say to you, you must reveal the name, but you must reveal it to us in closed session because it is still under investigation, and you refuse at that point, then I will disagree with you. Because that would be you intentionally hampering us from doing our work. But if you are willing to reveal the name in closed session, that would be in line with our terms of reference. So, Chair, I support the position that the advocate must reveal the name. But if the advocate opts to do so in closed session, that is in line with our terms of reference, and she should be allowed to do that. Thank you, Chair.
I mean, when you come back from the break, you will give an answer as to how that name is going to be made available to the committee. And in this regard, I would like us to continue with the proceedings. Is that fine with you, advocate?
Chair, it's a good first step. I will certainly confer with council during the break. Whether we'll be able to come back immediately or whether I need to get a proper legal opinion on this is something we will consider. But I really want to assure this House I do want to cooperate with this House. And I certainly do not want to be disrespectful. This is important work, as you put out. So we will certainly look at how we can best deal with this issue.
What is the difference between the suspension of Advocate Chowki by the President? Is it because he's a DPP and this particular prosecutor is not?
Advocate Chowke has been suspended by the President because he is a DPP. That is correct.
So the suspension in this case would it have been effected by you? As the
Well, it depends.
NDPP
As I said earlier, Council, I don't want to say anything further because it could reveal the identity of the person.
Yeah, I'm just trying to explore what the reasons might be. I can understand from a reputational point of view that someone's name who's still being accused not be disclosed. But it is so that many names have been mentioned during the course of these hearings, and members understand it's on the basis that there are allegations. But there may be a different perception out there in the public that I can also understand. The other thing is this, you actually mentioned that the reason for the suspension is not related to what was mentioned to you by, I don't know, just you can correct me if I'm wrong, by Lieutenant General Khumalo and the National Commissioner. It is for some other reason.
That's correct.
Isn't that a reason why perhaps the name should be mentioned? Because I think the concern is that given that allegations have been made by, amongst others, Lieutenant General Khumalo and also the National Commissioner and Lieutenant General Konazi, that this appears to be a person who's been suspended, but not for the reasons that they allege. So why can't the name be mentioned?
For the same reasons that I mentioned earlier. And I'm not sure if you want me to repeat those.
No, that's fine.
Chair.
We did say that I think that the chair did point out that during the break you can consider your position and take legal advice and get a legal opinion if necessary. Because as you know, we in a different forum to the Madlanga Commission. You are also protected by parliamentary privilege. And it's parliamentary